My name is Henry Lively, currently the team lead for the process safety group out of Chocolate Bayou.
My name is Sarah James. I work at the Battleground site. I've been there for 5 years as a process controls engineer.
I'm Garrett Miller. I'm a financial analyst at BMC.
I'm Alex Klump. I'm a mechanical engineer at Battleground.
In terms of starting with INEOS, I interned in 2015 with INEOS down at Chocolate Bayou. I love the plant, I love the people I worked with. I'm still close with my mentor to this day. I'm still close with a bunch of the other people that I worked with over the internship. I had a great experience. I was very happy when I got the full-time offer to come back. And I've enjoyed my time at INEOS since.
I joined INEOS out of college. My first internship, where I wasn't sure if I wanted to even go into the field of engineering, was out in Beaumont, Texas. Just found them on the online job search through career fairs.
It's the first couple of years of working with INEOS in terms of mentorships.
I was really fortunate to make some connections in the finance team here while I was in my internship. But fortunately at INEOS, from the logistics team to procurement to finance, everyone is willing to work with you and have a handout and really teach you the stuff you need to know to further your career.
I had a really good mentor who we shared the responsibility of supporting a unit. And so she was able to train me by putting both of us on every project. And so I would do a bunch of the little things, kind of the paperwork, the more admin-y side. And she would let me read all of her notes and teach me. So when she moved to another role, I was left in the unit feeling like I could completely support it on my own.
I had a really great mentor that I shared an office with, and she was very helpful in terms of both the little things, like where a procedure is, where to find this or where to find that, and also in kind of explaining some of the bigger engineering concepts and introducing me to the correct people and the right people to know at the plant. The amount of training I received in my first 5 or 6 years at INEOS has really been incredible so far. And how do you feel in terms of INEOS giving you the responsibility at a young part in your career?
I'd say it came very naturally, but through these projects, I'm essentially managing like the group of us control engineers because I've done it before, so I can apply what I've learned on my project to hopefully help them implement theirs even better.
I remember my first year when I started, I was the lead on a capital project over $1 million. I couldn't even fathom what $1 million was. It was like, you're trusting me with this much money? Like, that doesn't seem right. But it is really cool, the kind of responsibility that INEOS gives us so early in our careers to, it makes you feel very aligned with the company, and it makes you kind of feel on board and saying like, hey, I'm directly contributing to our company's success, whether it's working in the projects or working on the finance team or on the mechanical side or on the operations side. I'm working in the plant, even from management down, just the emphasis on safety and how people really walk the talk and what they say they do. And you'll see the managers out walking through the units, making sure everything's in good order.
There's not a person at the plant that I feel I can't approach for a question. That's been a very pleasant surprise. We have one mechanical engineer that is strictly operation clean sweep, and I know we have a lead engineer as well. So to see the personnel and the amount of personnel and the diversity of people going into that very large project is really cool to see from the sustainability side. And another great thing has been the emission improvements that we've seen from the town halls. It seems like we've made a very big leap pretty quickly from the emission side.
We ran a Pi-Oil trial, so advanced recycling oil back into their furnaces over at the olefin side at Chocolate Bayou, and I was able to be there right when they hooked up the trailer and started pumping it and do the startup safety review and make sure everything was in order. But it's really a company-wide effort.
So I'm really looking forward to networking within the company, just being able to see how much I've grown the first 7 months. I'm excited to see what the next 7 years and 27 years have for me.
I've met a lot of people through the run club and the different races we go to, and even the cycling that I would never meet that work here. The fact that INEOS put so much time and effort into making these run clubs and these events and these biking events and everything else be a success is really nice. So I know too what INEOS does is allow us as young engineers to get involved in university recruiting as well. My alma mater, and done info sessions and interviews there, so it's really cool reaching back out to the college kids and telling them some of the stuff that we've talked about today, the awesome things INEOS is doing.
When I was in college, any industry really, besides specifically accounting and finance, I really had no idea that there's so much opportunity for growth in these industries. It would be really awesome if INEOS could get out in front of these college kids and show how awesome they are and how well they treat their employees.
From my end, I know people who had like senior design projects with INEOS, and that's a great way to kind of hear about a company that maybe you didn't before. And I know from the engineering side, so many different companies sponsor different clubs and different groups.
I think touching upon too what I've seen in the information sessions that I've been to, touching upon the sustainability aspects is very important. I think with the younger generation, us included, there's a big focus on some of the climate change aspects and everything like that. So showing that INEOS is focused and committed and had put a huge commitment into these sustainability and circular economy efforts is super important, that a lot of people don't know about, but that the industry is pumping a ton of money in and making huge efforts to kind of fix some of the issues that we have. Well, I've really enjoyed our talk today. Thank you y'all for your time.
You too, Henry.
Yeah, thanks.